show. We got some breaking news out there around the world. A lot of different activities as it relates to the Israeli and Hamas conflict, and the Russia and Ukraine conflict. And I'm your host, Brother L. I'm also the political analyst for the show. Um, I'm on one hand, I'm excited and happy that we're all here and you guys are joining me. But on the other hand, for us to come together around such extreme events that can cause um, a nuclear war and or World War III, and so it's quite upsetting that I have to get your attention, or we have to meet around this kind of activity. I would love to use the show for um, to talk about credit repair and AI, how our new product just cuts out the middleman. For me, marketing scams. I really call them marketing scams. And all these guys scams. I really call them marketing scams. From basically you just not knowing that you don't need them anymore. It's not 15 years ago, and a lot of people made a lot of money, including myself, and we saved a lot of people a lot of money with the credit repair. I'm talking about millions of dollars been eliminated from people's credits over a 15-20 year period. Millions of dollars we've been able to do that. So imagine all of the generated revenues that was collected and gathered from that service. Now people can put even more money back in their pocket with our AI Power Play Credit Repair Master Class. Do you got to come to class? No, you can take the class home with you, right? That's more important than anything in the world to me. It's like not that anything in the world to me, but I'm saying like why not teach the people how to fish for themselves? So therefore, even if I provide a service in regards to like an administrative service, they still have the knowledge, the know-how, and they're able to stay in the game. They're able to manage the game a lot better, knowing what's up. So it's everything that we provide is 100% impactful. It's impactful to your life. How? Why? Because it's impactful to your financial status, your financial freedom, should I say? Because you got a lot of people are locked into debt. The United States itself has $34 trillion in debt. You got rising, crushing inflations. Inflation kills a nation. You got a currency crisis. That's a nation killer. So you go from a mighty elite level leading nation, innovative you got the technological advancement, sciences, all the different. I mean, this is the United States of North America, and now it's being devalued, um, and everything else because of several different factors. There's several different factors that play a part in the demise of the United States of America. And what does that mean? That means that the citizens or the American people that occupy this space, this political jurisdiction referred to as the United States of North America, that's an impact to them. That's an impact and effect because it affects the currency, right? It affects the value of the currency. It affects the economy, right? So how's the economy going to run when you got an energy crisis? You got rising inflation. You got everything is being closed down slowly but surely. And then on top of that, we're constantly funding wars. We're constantly sending weapons over to these countries that's pulling us further into the loop to where we're an active participant, and everybody's calling us out. Russia's calling us out, saying there's no way that Ukraine can operate the technological advanced weaponry without the aid and assistance of the United States and NATO and Western allies, or NATO, or the United States. And anything that goes on with the so-called Western powers, the United States of America is always the focus point. Why do I care? Because that means that I'm a focal point of something negative. Somebody want to aim a missile at somebody, but they're gonna blame us. So it's not somebody. They're talking about aiming a missile at us. Should nobody be talking about missiles at us? Nuclear missiles, conventional missiles. It shouldn't be none of that. It shouldn't be none of that right now. We're too weak financially. We owe $34 trillion. And the interest, and I won't say we owe, the United States corporation is in debt at $34 trillion. What kind of and then the interest is $1 trillion in interest a year. So you're never going to get out of debt. So now you got to cause wars, you got to cause disruption, you got to go over here and do some stuff that you ain't got no business doing. So this is mean death and destruction just to get out of debt. We owe. We gotta have more. We keep, we still is messed up from the pandemic, and then we got an immense amount of information that came out. I'm gonna show you this stuff. This stuff is all over the place, and with the pandemic, the COVID-19, and all this stuff, and we didn't hurt so many people and continue to traumatize not only the American people of the United States of North America, but also the global community, because we're so tired. I keep telling everybody every time I do a breakdown of political, as far as political science, and analyze and examine it, we can show you how we impact and affect everybody, the individual citizen at the voting age, or at a mind state where he or she can hold his or her representatives accountable, right? Accountable through the constitutional measures and remedies that exist at North America written in stone. So the fake schools have done a great job at miseducating the people. The fake news have done a great job at being masters of marketing propaganda. So the mass population, they don't know. They don't have a clue. They only are programmed on what the fake. No, my bad, bro. I gotta get back scheme. And so, what was I saying? The fake. So you got. I talked. I had to re. I'm a coder. In this sense, a lot of people call us social reformers. We re-socialize the people, meaning we recode them by giving them correct information and the right concepts on how to view the information so they can activate their right reasoning abilities or functions of the mind. And so they've been drilled with propaganda, which is a military strategy and tool to control the mind. They throw the truth out the window when it's time for wartime. We're in war. The United States is in war all over the place, here at home and abroad, as we can see. We obviously can see we're funding wars, America. We're funding wars, America. Why are we not, the taxpayers, the American taxpayer? Why are we not funding peace on earth? Why are we not doing that right now? Why are we so fixated on black and white and racism and man and woman and gender and all this other crap? We're funding wars. They just exposed the FDA. They just exposed the FDA and all of the so-called governmental agencies dealing with the health and wellness of America. The National, the Fauci, and the rest of them guys. Everybody's been exposed. The food is bold. It's not even food. They spraying poison on the dang on produce. And the poison is coming in from China. And I think they said Venezuela or another country where we getting the pesticides. That's a poison on the food. So the agriculture industry of the United States of America is compromised. And then who is that making rich? The healthcare industry, the fake healthcare industry. And they're getting bigger, stronger, and more bureaucratic, and more power and more control. And so is the funeral homes, and so is the mental health experts, because all it's doing is adding more trauma, misery, death. You got people confessing to Senate right now, or over the last couple of days, where they were saying, hey, man, I went to the top schools in the world. Nobody taught me nutrition. Not one iota bit about nutrients. You know what I'm saying? So we run around here happily, proudly fight, and we styling with it, eating processed foods and thinking it's okay. And then we go into funerals every month, every week, and we crying, boo-hooing, and we got to raise funds and everything else to take care of the children that's left behind because we simply got bad information. Come on now. Yeah, I shouldn't have to ask you who you're voting for. You should know the difference between right and wrong. you should feel, even if you don't know, you should feel that something is not right now. Your intelligence, your instincts, your intuition should be activated right now. Something is wrong. We got serious issues. We got crisis after crisis after crisis after crisis after crisis. What's going on, America? First, you had these impeachments. Then you couldn't impeach Trump, so now you got a pandemic. Where did the damn pandemic come from, man? The people still want to know. American people have a right to know. What is the origins? Then we kind of found out it was all manipulated. And then it's patents. And then so people are getting trillions of dollars rich off of making us sick. Now, you got family members that took vaccine. Come on now. So we got to prepare mentally for that. Wow. I tell you what, we got remedies here. Go to www.subscribenowbrotherhill.com. We can talk remedy. However, let's talk the state of the world. So right now we got major news on the floor, obviously. Statement from Trump, Donald J. Trump, on the Iranian, he called him the Iranian terrorist regime, imminent attack on Israel. This is Trump's reaction because there's a million missiles flying right now as we speak. The world is on fire, sprawling out of control. We have no leadership, no one running the country. We have a non-existent president in Joe Biden, in fact, and a completely absent vice president, Kamala Harris, who was too busy fundraising in San Francisco, a city which she and Gavin Newsom totally destroyed, and staging fake photo ops. No one is in charge, and it is not even clear who is more confused, Biden or Kamala. Neither has any idea what is even going on. When I was president, Iran was in total check. They were starved for cash, fully contained, and desperate to make a deal. Kamala flooded them with American cash, just like Obama did. And ever since then, they've been exporting terror all over and unraveling the Middle East. Under President Trump, we had no war in the Middle East, no war in Europe, and harmony in Asia, no inflation, no Afghanistan catastrophe. Instead, we have peace. Now war or the threat of war is raging everywhere. And the two incompetents running this country are leading us to the brink of World War III. You wouldn't trust Joe or Kamala to run a lemonade stand, let alone lead the free world. It is no surprise that Iran desperately wants Kamala Harris to be president because they know as long as she's in power, they can take advantage of America. That is why they have tried to target me. If I was in charge, October 7th never happens. Russia, Ukraine never happens. Afghanistan's box withdrawal never happens. And inflation never happens. If I win, we will have peace in this world again. If Kamala gets 4 more years, the world's going up in smoke because it's going up in smoke right now. And that's a Brother Ill quote at the end of that one. Now, you can play deaf, dumb, or you can play allegiance to these little fraternities and all these guys. I be laughing at these guys, man. We talk about gang members and all this other stuff. Man, listen, I see so many gang signs being thrown about all these fraternities around here, and I'm like, wow, I actually know what them signs and symbols mean that you throwing up there. But let's get this in check. You got allegiance to these little fraternal orders, these little clubs, these little secret societies, that allegiance override the peace and stability of the world and at the crib. So if you got a family, your job is to defend your family as the man, as the father, as the husband. You're the protector of the family. You're the provider of the family. So how can you make money and provide for your family in a state of war? Inflation. All these things are wars. Rising inflation is a war against me and you. Because who paying the extra at the store? Who going to work for 12 more hours, looking for more hours, and you still not getting enough money to cover the bills and your happiness and everything else? What are you talking about right here? Imagine the immense, you don't got to imagine anything. You are living in so much unnatural pressure. I can't even say a hurricane is even natural. Why? Because we're aware that you have weaponized weather machines. Stuff is all over the place. So I'm kind of confused on You know, is that a natural hurricane, or did somebody create that thing with a machine with the right chemicals to manipulate the atmosphere? These people have been working while we've been sleeping. Okay. So, you know, you got, let me see. Let me, you know, I'm not bringing it down at night. This is too important, man. We sitting up here. This is too important, man. We sitting up here, you know, like we in, hold on. Let me pull this stuff up for you. Should already be pulled up. Come on, man. Give me a second. Matter of fact, while I'm pulling this article up, because they shooting missiles right now. I think 245 missiles they pledged to shoot out. I see Trump an hour ago post. Look at the world today. Look at the missiles flying. Look, it's an hour ago. Look at the missiles flying right now in the Middle East. Look at what's happening with Russia and Ukraine. Look at the inflation destroying the world. None of this happened while I was president. A lot of us know in the conspiracy theory world that Americans of the United States of America, like we got to get the jurisdiction correct. The Americans occupying this so-called political jurisdiction of the United States of America, the so-called U.S. taxpayers, these people who we're talking to, they were going to have to go through a conflict that you cannot put into words to understand what the heck is going on right now. Why, you know, you got to make a decision not to be cool with being lied to, not being, you know, for real. You got to get rid of this con artist. We in love with the con artist. And so now when you see truth come to you, you think the truth is a con. You like, wait a minute, why he ain't say it like this? Why he ain't say it like that? What the heck? Wait, whoa. What are you talking about? How you saying something? The truth is the truth, no matter how you say it. That's the problem. You trying to put a spin on it. You trying to make it pretty. Nah, the truth is beautiful. It ain't ugly. It is what it is, man. And that's where we need to be talking about. The truth is, you can't go out there and buy that stuff you can't afford right now. You got to remain, you got to stick to your budget, number one. Two, you got to create some more income. That's why it's important to go to www.brotherl.com right now, because you have tools there. You have the resources there to find out multiple different ways to secure your financial freedom in these current conditions. But we got to deal with the issue. We can't put Band-Aids on stuff. We got to check this election. We got to be on our P's and Q's right now, not tomorrow, not 3 days from now, not at the election time, right now. Right now, the world needs your support. It needs your help. Right now, you can save the world. You know, you guys grew up watching Superman and stuff. Right now, you can be Superman or Superwoman. Right now, you can be that. That depends on what you're doing right now with this election. You know who running for Congress in your state? You know who running for city council? You know who running for mayor, your county commissioners? Do you know where they at along the road? What's their values? Are they talking about economic freedom, Constitution? Are they talking about doing the American people right? Their party. Talk to me. How have your city been doing under the current leadership, man? How have your schools been doing under the current leadership? I'm looking at this thing all over the world. So while we also got issues with war, here go another war. Dock worker strike shuts down ports in the East, threatening big hit to U.S. economy. Are you paying attention yet? Chrysler up in smoke. All these everything is up in smoke, man. It's up in smoke. This is not a game. Everybody got an opinion. But do you got the facts? It's fine to have an opinion. It's fine to tell me what you think is going on. No, but do you got the facts? Do you got the facts? People are tired of being taken advantage of. You talking about that? What did you say? The union representing thousands of dock workers from Maine and Texas launched a strike Tuesday over wages and the use of automation, shutting down seaports with the work stoppage that threatens to cause significant disruption to the trade and the national economy. I got another podcast where we're going to break down the benefits, not just, let me go back, about the Michigan Supreme Court getting ready to make a ruling to raise the minimum wages in Michigan. I think February of 2025. Well, okay, what's the impact? What's the impact, though? What's the impact, though? You're going to force employers, I'm an employer, business owner, I'm a business owner, to go full automation. Because my job is to reduce costs and to increase profits. And my labor is one of the biggest, what? One of my biggest expenses for any business owner. So now you got government intervention telling, and I'm not saying it's not good and right for the people. The workers, we want to take care of our workforce. Okay, but is this the appropriate way to go about it? I didn't know, and you got to know that the Michigan Supreme Court is DNC controlled. They can scream partisan crap all day long. It's not, man. Or what they say, nonpartisan. It's nonpartisan. It's not. It's bull crap. They got the majority, so now they can be legislators from the bench. They can write laws and be community activists from the bench. Do we need community activists? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not, but is that his or her function as a judicial officer? No. Your job is to uphold the Constitution. That's it. And operate within your jurisdiction under the court rules. So we got to look at the cause and effect. We got to look at the impact of what the DNC policy is and that they're trying to inflict on the world, bro. So, excuse my language. So it don't matter. Let me go back to, okay. Whew, this thing got me on fire right now. It was going back to the strikers, right? So you can see what they're talking about. I don't know why the system keeps jumping around like that, pushing me out. Let me see what's going on here. System is literally pushing me out. Wow. Anyway, so let me see. I had another article I want to bring up currently. Let me find it for you. You know, meanwhile, y'all can head over to brotherl.com. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Every time we go live or something, I start burping and stuff. What's that about? I don't know what's happening here. My system, I'm like, but let me see. Can I get this other situation? I do that every time too. It's fine, but let's see here. So we got the strike that's going on. Let me bring it back over to President Trump. The reason why I went to that strike, because you need to know the impact of the DNC agenda on the world. And then you need to know that Trump has been talking about this since the day he got out of office and really before. These issues that's going to affect each individual in this country and the people of the world. So I'm not going to allow you guys to sit up here and act like you didn't know and that you wasn't informed. Because that's
like us, China also saw their weakness. So did Putin. Then he invaded Ukraine. Hamas saw Harris' anti-Israel statements and will use it as a green light to keep murdering Israelis. And Iran thinks Harris is so incompetent. New intel shows they're trying to help Harris win the election. America doesn't need another TikTok performer. We need the strength that will protect us.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Pause. I love that. We don't need no more TikTok performers. That's just the truth of the matter. We need peace in the world through strength. Okay. And we need to deal. The point is, we talk about um, the we gotta have, they gotta have. I don't see Trump having the one thing I don't see Trump capitulating in regards to remedy the issue over there is the two-state solution. And I think that should be a conversation. I don't, you know what I mean? Just period. I just think it should be a conversation because you got people. And whenever you got people, that's a free people. You can't colonize slavery's over. Colonization is done and over with. You know, let's get that clear. Let's not be afraid to say that out loud. Let's get that clear right now. Slavery's over with. So from this point on, we got to figure out how people can coexist without one nation trying to overpower another nation, period. You understand me? Period. We got to deal with these issues at hand, okay? And a two-state solution, or you know, it got to be a conversation about it because slavery and colonization is over with. You can't force a people, any group of people, into compliance of whatever you got going on. Period. This is morally. So you got to have a two-state solution. Okay, y'all can coexist, but all this trying to kill me and kill my people and vice versa, that's over with. This is where the USA come in at. Hey, hold on, we're going to broker a peace deal right now. Y'all got y'all stake, what y'all want and what y'all want. But we done shooting missiles right now. We're done with all of that. How we letting other world powers come in like China or Russia come in and dictate terms over here, dictate terms over there? They show more leadership than us, and when it comes to peace, like, nah, dog, I'm done. I'm over with. Keep sending weapons and keep sending money to kill people, and all I keep seeing is children and innocent people being killed from both parties, all parties, Ukrainians, Russians, Israelis, and now the people of Hezbollah, the Palestinians. All we seeing is death, destruction, misery, mayhem. Why is the U.S. taxpayer, why is the people of America being enslaved to support wars? Absolutely inappropriate. So the current regime that's occupying the White House, what are we doing? This is the consequences of January 6th. All of this stuff fell apart January 6th, man. So we got to know that we can't sit on the sideline no longer. Okay, you think you so comfortable. Now you get the little emergency warnings talking about it's some missiles headed this way. You talking about what happened? Man, you know what's going on. Y'all so mesmerized. I'm not upset with the American people because I know you've been hit with psychic attacks. I know your mind is usurped. I know you like a robot. You're going to believe whatever the fake news, the mainstream news tell you. And as a result, you're out to lunch until you meet a brother like me or a sister like me with a message of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Because you don't know what's going on. You don't understand how to, you haven't been brought to, what's it called, what our prophet teaches us, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He calls on the sheiks and sheikesses. He said, help me bring my people back into the constitutional fold of government. They don't even teach our people in these fake public schools Constitution and our history as it applies to the Constitution because it was birthed by us. That's why we keep being excluded out of all the important conversations. So let's make it make sense. We're done with that. You know, you see what Russia did, like, man, we had opened up the oldest vault known to man, and it had significant biblical, it was a biblical proportion. Jesus wasn't no Caucasian. Jesus wasn't no pale-skinned person. Jesus was a Moabite, Canaanite. He was from the true blood. What are we talking about here? Jesus is us. What are we talking about here? Jesus means justice in the first place. And what is justice? Are you experiencing justice right now? No. You experiencing inflation right now, rising rates. The historic rates since January 6th, man. Now you wonder why them people was trying to tear down the Capitol. They understood the nation was officially under attack. Well, we sat on the sideline watching the damn mainstream news, talking about what's wrong with those people. Those people are patriots. They understand what that means, the significance of what happened during that 2020 election. The goddamn nation was being hijacked. See, we don't know nothing because we haven't been brought into nationhood. We still talking about we black. That means that you don't have a nation. That means you've been abandoned by a nation. What is your nationality? Where did you come from? You ain't no new people. All of a sudden, it's a new people now? Stop playing with me, man. Those are slave terms put on the people who was captured on their own land. Now it's being revealed everywhere. Like Cat Williams said, 2024, all of these things shall be revealed to you. What did Russia do? We found the oldest voting on the man, and everything in here concerning Christ looked like the people who was enslaved over in North America. Stop playing with me, man. So that's a biblical divine sin on those who enslaved the people of North America, bro. We got pyramids over here older than the ones over in so-called Egypt today, in the Eastern Hemisphere. That's why I was asking you, have you ever been to Africa? Shit. Which one? The one in the Eastern Hemisphere or the one in the Western Hemisphere? Because we in Africa right now, man. You seem to forgot about colonization. We seem to conveniently sit down the education from colonization, bruh. All of these that's why I said so-called political jurisdiction, the United States. Why? Because they drew these jurisdictions up during colonization time. They changed the names. They did this. They did that. What are you talking about? This stuff is new. And those patriots that was fighting fighting for their freedoms on January 6th, they understood this. They understood what was happening, but it was manipulated. You had look at all those FBI, CIA agents in the crowd, stimulating the crowd. Remember those thousands of hours of video footage that was missing, and they finally released it when they got a hold to the house? Yeah, we ain't forget about nothing. Step by step of the way, I'm here to inform you. All in chronological order. So people ain't got no wiggle room to try to run. We was watching you the whole time, man, going all the way back to Obama. And we went back to Clinton. And we went back to the Bushes. We went back to FDR too, man. They beloved federal, what's his name? Franklin D. Roosevelt, all the crimes he committed against humanity, against my people. We know all about them. We know all about the manipulation and fraud, decades, and centuries, man. Now it's all to an end right here, right now. It's all on the floor right now. Either you're going to stand on the side of truth or you're going to perish with the falsehood. Because falsehood never existed. It was an illusion. It never existed. The truth is the only thing that exists. The one thing that go out the window in war times. How you telling me we not in war times when the food is fake? They exposed the FDA right now in Senate. Right now on the Senate floor, they're exposing the FDA and the food, dog. They're exposing the vaccines right now on the world stage, dog. Thousands of doctors right now. Said it was a hoax. It was fraud, and they knew it was fraud from the beginning. And I can't believe the people. Some people, not all people. But I'm talking about the diehard freedom fighters of old. They even fell into the cycle. I looked up, my own people was popping and taking this stuff from who they was talking about was the oppressor. I said, well, wait a minute. You took some stuff. You trusted this. You told me that was the oppressor. You took some stuff from that. You went opposite of your principles. You didn't go to Mother Nature. You didn't dig your head into the soil to heal. You didn't eat the grass and the leaves, but you went and took some things that you ain't had no idea what it was. Are you serious, man? What are we talking about here? I'm praying for America today. I'm praying for the world too. Because if love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice is not enforced in every nation, the worst is not only yet to come, it's here. It's here. Those things, those issues happening in the Middle East, that in fact impacts and affects us right now. So we can play that game like voting don't matter. Oh, yes, it do. Yes, it does. It demonstrates your focus on where you at along the road. Do you have the capacity to administrate your own affairs, or do a third party new world order continue to regulate you in your daily life? Do you keep paying and financing your own demise, or do you get with the program and start reverting back to Mother Nature and stop listening to these people? The industry is commercialized. That's why you can't win, because it's about profits, man. It's not about healing. It's about profits. You can't even go to court and demonstrate your freedoms under the Constitution because the judge is paid for. The judicial branch is compromised. The administrators of justice is paid for. They're compromised. All these super PACs from foreign adversaries been paying off the politicians to subject, enslave, and capture the American people, dog, in their minds right now. How you even think you got in this situation in the first place? And they come telling you about racism. Stop playing with me. There's only one race on the planet Earth. That's the human family. Who told you race is fake anyway? Look it up. Don't believe me. Look it up. Do some research. That's the problem. We didn't forgot to do some work, the mental work. Where everybody can get up and move their bodies. Hey, man, get up and meditate. Move your mind, dog. Matter of fact, get your mind to stop moving and get still so you can hear the Allah, so you can hear the great God, your God, whatever you want to call him or her, however you want to put it together. Get into your spiritual practices, man, because moving around like a robot for another 40, 50 years, hey, that's a zero tolerance right there. You're going to tell me somebody been doing the same thing for a 40-plus year period, and now today it ain't worked for 40-plus years, but so you want me to believe that? Stop. That's not happening here. I don't do business that way, period. For 40, 50, 100 years, you've been stealing from me. So the 101 year, you want me to say, oh, it's cool. It's not cool. I'm aware. That awareness allows me to make a different decision for the betterment of myself and my tribe. Every man that's leading a household has a responsibility to reduce costs and increase profits, dog. That's the true defense. That's the true defense. We got to understand what's going on. So anything that affects our treasure, See, we talking king talk now. So anything, kings got a kingdom got a treasure. You got to have a treasure. You got some gold in that treasure, don't you? So anything that affects that treasure is called, and that treasure is transliterated to lifeline. That's a lifeline. So anything that impacts and affects your lifeline warrants your immediate attention. What the hell's going on here? What do you mean they shooting missiles and they blaming us because they shooting missiles? What you blaming us for? Oh, the U.S., they're this great, mighty military, this advanced military, and they're aiding and they're supplying this country with weapons to shoot missiles and killing people over here. They killed 90-some thousand people. What? Well, what's going on? Wait a minute. Who are the people that we supplying? How do they impact us? Well, they bought every politician over here, and we all been knew that. There is no justice currently in the United States because the United States government and all of its branches have been bought and sold to a foreign power. And the people that you supposedly have that you hired to represent you is bought. And why do you think there's stuff going on in Pontiac right now? Everybody calling me from Pontiac, politicians, regular people saying the city council members is attacking their businesses. They're attacking their livelihood. They're putting people out. A city council member can't act outside of City Hall and not in City Hall in the council chambers doing their council meeting. They don't got no damn power, man. Stop playing with me. The people has the power. The people got the power, man. How many times, how many years have I demonstrated this in the city of Pontiac? How many more times do we got to occupy City Hall? How many more times do we got to speak not only truth to power, but enforce the law against all those who are trespassing against the people's rights? That means they in violation of their oath of office. We got them under the original contract and unaware of it because we don't even have no relationship to it, because they keep telling you racism when you can't even be black. Black means pale. For the 100,000th time, stop letting these people steal your millions and millions and millions of years of heritage, contributions to not only the America, but to the world. Don't allow no more of the brainwashing to continue. You challenge that stuff. You challenge the merits of it, and you don't yell and scream. You don't use. You don't have to be extraordinary. Just present the truth. The truth does all the work for you. This is why people like me, they immediately try to eliminate, try to attack, try to tarnish his character, destroy his economy, just take his real estate. They try to use their political power to crush the truth, the message that I bring. It's the message. People say, I never heard of this before. I never looked at it that way. I know, because they've been feeding you garbage. Hey, you know how long people thought those was real watermelons? Come on now, talk about the dark ages. We're in the dark ages right now. That's why everybody was so shocked to hear Trump get up there and say, hey man, that's fake news. Hey man, y'all don't got shit to lose. Y'all don't got no good schools. Y'all don't own no houses. Y'all don't got shit to lose. What the hell do you got to lose by voting for me? You gonna keep coming there like the people, oh, we're gonna change your life. We're gonna help black people. What? Hey, what's that? You had the White House. Okay, let's count. We all can count, right? Hopefully we all can count. Obama, 2 terms. Clinton, I'm not sure if he had 2 terms, but let's just say he had 2 terms. Clinton had 2 terms. Let's say, I don't know if he had 2 terms, but I'm gonna say he had 2 terms. That's 8 years. Obama crew, that's 8 years. And then you had Hillary serving Obama's administration. So there's a Clinton. So they got 8 plus another 8. That's 16. The Clinton's been involved. And then you got Joe Biden, a part of the Obama administration. Remind you, he was in Congress 20, 30, 40 years. Senate, right? So now, God damn, look how many years that is. So you roll him right into the White House. He got 8 years. Then he back in there. That's 4 years. So they want Kamala to come in there. Uh-oh. So that's 8, 16 plus 4 is 20. Then they want another 4. That'll be 24 years in position. So you're going to change my conditions now. But shit, you had... Bro, we got to be the biggest puppets, robot, mindless humans on the face of the earth to even give a person a space to entertain you with that crap. Come on now. Come on now. This is serious, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you smoking on, but clearly it ain't that good stuff. Not at all. Because you're going to let somebody keep telling you the same stuff over and over again. We're going to change the conditions, all this racism, all this, that, and this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I ain't seen no mass other nationality and political leadership in the city of Pontiac. This all so-called African Americans running the show, year after year after year. Okay, you got a Caucasian mayor now, and then you had one in the guy a couple terms back before Deidre Waterman. But besides that, the numbers always in favor of African Americans. No, you tore your own stuff down. You tore your own stuff down, smoking dope on the job, making bad deals, selling out the community. You got to think, people can't be broke and come into no position of power, because the moment somebody flash some money at them, mentally they out the game. They gonna take the money. They ain't had no money in the beginning. So you can't run from your mental health issues. You're like, you've been starving, somebody give you some food. It's more likely that you're gonna die from food poisoning because you've been starving for so long. So imagine that. You ain't used to having millions of dollars. You never had it. Somebody come and say, man, we got $2 million for you to work for us in that office. We're going to put you in office. You don't think they took that money? You out your mind. They've been taking the money for years. How do people go in the office broke, leave out rich? Able to come in broke, leave out rich, or come in modest living, leave out filthy rich. Everybody knows this. But we want to sit here and debate about the truth. There is no debating the truth. Right now, we got missiles flying everywhere. Right now, we got missiles flying. That's more concerning. That's top of my list. Why are we involved into everybody else's conflict when we got issues here at home? That's unresolved. We are sending billions, trillions of dollars overseas, man. That don't bother you? You want somebody spending trillions of dollars to shoot missiles in your neighborhood, killing your kids, killing your friends, killing your parents and seniors? You want that? Would you like to experience that? Hell no. We know. We're gonna sit up here and let somebody tell us, vote for me and for the 1,000th time, and we're gonna do this. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm not a believer. Let me see your past performance. I'm not going off belief. Belief means something that you cannot prove. Belief means that something that you have been convinced is the truth. I don't need to be convinced. The results is the convincer. I've seen your administration. I've seen you in office. I've seen the policies you voted for. I've seen the legislative acts or the legislation that you voted for. I've seen the things that you sponsored. I've seen your behavior. I monitored your behavior. Now you want to come around talking about, I'll go, no, you're not. You didn't do it with the opportunity you had. In this life, especially in the entrepreneurship world, you only get one shot. You only get one shot. You only get one time to make that good impression. You only get 30. See, in politics, I learned I'm somebody that got a lot of experiences and a lot of different realities. When I ran for office my last time, I had to get my pitch down to 15 seconds, not 30 seconds. My first 15 seconds had to be so attractive that you were stopping your tracks to hear my next 15 seconds. I had to learn how to do that because people busy. People got to go. People got work they got to do. They don't got time to talk to you. What do you want? So I developed the skill to get my pitch out in 15 seconds to create another opportunity for 15 seconds. Now that 30 seconds is all I needed to secure not only a vote, but to secure a friend, secure a supporter. They're like, man, whatever you need me to do, I'll be there for you. Because it's been eons that they heard a truth that wasn't belligerent, that they heard a truth that they can cling to. They said, wait a minute, that sounds like what I'm going through. That is what you're going through. How did your schools go from prominent to non-existent? Talk to me. Who was in leadership? Was it a white man or was it your own people? Stop playing with me. Talking about some white man. Ain't no such thing as white man. White mean purity, purity mean God, God mean ruler of the land. And remember, they came over here as immigrants. This is not their original land. Who are you talking to? So what rulership? Wait a minute. Where's the original people of this soil at? They talking about Indians. We're not in India, though. Where are we? Hey, listen, stop, man. Let's stop it for one time, bro. Come on now. Like the jokes is up. Like, stop it. Them Indians. They'll tell you they're not Indian. The people that they was referring to saying they're Indians, like Native American, well, they'll tell you they're not Indian. They'll give you their nationality. They'll tell you exactly what tribe they came from. Mind you, tribe mean nation too, by the way. We got to get this stuff out of our brain. We got to get reprogrammed. That's what our intent is today. And so one of the ways that we can help you for sure with that lifeline, outside of providing you some information, some critical information about what's happening, what we can do also is steer you right into the resources and product that we got available for you right now, which is our new AI Power Play Credit Repair Masterclass. Do you got to come to my class? Absolutely not. I made sure my class can come to you. See, I'm ahead of this game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not behind or trying to catch up. I'm ahead. Why you need to come to my class this week, Friday? Oh my God, it's absolutely free. Not knocking it, not hating on it, but guess what? My class coming to you. My products are available to come to you. You can have it. You own it. That's yours now. You can go and make some money off that in multiple ways. You can leverage that. How many people know about that? how to save millions of dollars, how to cut the middleman out so you don't got people dancing in your video trying to diddy you. It ain't nothing but a marketing scam out here. It ain't nothing but a bunch of scammers. Only a few truth tellers with results to support that truth. Is only a few of us that exist still. So you gotta be aware. Awareness matters in the 21st century. You have to be aware. You live in the economy, you live in a world where it's predatory, meaning you will be taken advantage of if you're unaware. Just period. So you can go www.brotherl.com right now and check out the AI Power Play Credit Repair master class. You don't got to come to me, I come to you. It's available right now. If you build it, they'll come. If you chase it, they'll run. That's my philosophy. So we built the products. I just told a young lady, I seen her on Facebook. She put a post out about where the youth programs at. Mind you, we were the people who provided youth programs during the bankruptcy of Pontiac, the city of Pontiac, and the school district. We invested millions of dollars, not only secured $200 million in bonds for the schools to help with the infrastructure, save jobs, save lives. Really, we into saving lives. We don't care about that. The money is just a byproduct of our mission. Our mission is to uplift fallen humanity for Moorish Americans. I'm Moorish American. Our mission is to uplift fallen humanity, and the income, the revenues that's generated behind our activity is just a byproduct of our work. So we got to understand here, you don't have to come to us, we'll come to you. You can take and buy and own this class. Ain't no one time no. You can replay it. You can get it straight. And it comes with an instruction manual, AI Power Play instruction manual, credit repair instruction manual, both in written form and in audio book form. Because I'm a listen learner too, right? I'm a reader learner, listen learner, and a visual learner. I learned in all of the within the 7 degrees. You understand me? So we got really 9 degrees. But my point is, every which way that you learn, we have provided that product for you. So it's convenient for you, right? It's not hard to access. The video that we got is a step-by-step video on showing you how to use the AI to produce the credit dispute letters and the strategy and the other legal remedies, right? And the research that's available. We're talking about a chance to actually advance your personal life, your business life, your children's life, to empower your entire family. Come on now. Kings got to be kings and queens got to be queens. And the young princes and the princesses got to be brought up correctly under that royal teaching. And you can't do that without a treasury. And right now, everything is being foreclosed on. You live in a foreclosing economy. Why? You got to understand what BRICS nations represents. These people have formed alliances to dissolve the United States presence on the world stage. You understand me? That means that's going to be a catastrophic effect. Anybody knows the currency crisis is a nation killer. The inflation crisis is a nation killer. The border, if your border's being invaded, if you have an open border, you don't have a country. The Constitution is trash to the Democrats. It's trash. They threw the whole thing away. So anybody can come in my house, anybody can't come in my house over here. So you got to have borders. So, man, this is intense. This is an intense session today. And I appreciate, everybody coming out and joining us on the hookup today. But again, subscribe for more information at www.brotherl.com. Man, we got so much to talk about in so little time. The strike is major. Going back to the strike, Russia threat is major. This crap that's happening with in the Middle East, you know, again, where do I stand? Everybody have a right to exist. Israeli have a right to exist. The Israeli state and the I know people try to be so controversial, but hey man, I'm a friend to humanity, bro. Like, why do I want to? I'm like, what did Donald Trump say? I want and need. I'm gonna say what I said. I need people to stop dying because of missiles and misunderstanding or what they got called agendas. Men got agendas. So we gotta look at this thing, man. I need people to stop dying and stop saying that we got something to do with them dying. You said the United States, they saying me, they saying you, they saying death to America, they saying death to me, my sons, my daughter, my wife. What are we talking about here? Okay, so what they said, let's make it make sense. Like we act like, oh, U.S. big and bad. We ain't gonna, man. Okay, you keep having that ignorant thought, that 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 ignorant concept that ain't gonna get us nowhere. It's getting us more in trouble. Now you got this big strike. You got multiple strikes. You got the Chrysler stuff going on. You got many little factories, layoffs everywhere. You got just a ton and tons of situations, all conflicts, crisis after crisis after crisis after crisis. Everybody stepping down from CEO. The entertainment industry has crumbled. It has failed. They ain't been doing nothing but taking advantage of people. Left and right. You got the Puff Daddy thing. You got this thing. You got that thing. And I know it's more to the stories for sure. It's more to the story. We got a whole podcast gonna come out in regards to the Puff Daddy issue, so people can take a look at what's really going on. We know about he went after the big dogs, the big wigs. I love that part, and I love because Master P talked about that. Master P talked about how they're being discriminated against, like with the Walmart. Instead of their products being out front, it's pushed to the back. They got the products hidden. So, you know, we get it. They try to have us, you know, like the black only section, like Puff that he talked about. We in the black only section. What you mean the black only section? That's discrimination. That's discrimination. So, man, it's a ton of things that we got to talk about, and we're going to talk about it right here on the Brother Ill Show. We're going to absolutely identify it right here on the Brother Ill Show. Thank y'all for joining us, man. But we're gonna bring us to a closure. Again, you know, I can't stop with www.brotherill.com. Subscribe right now. We'll see you all in just a moment. Peace.